Hello and welcome to the graduate virtual information session for the College of Nursing. My name is Gabriela Lozanova and I would do the presentation today about all of the master's programs we offer. I'm going to share my screen so you will be able to see the slides of the presentation. I wanted to welcome you to Upstate Medical University and to show you the academic building that we share with the College of Health Professions. The academic building is new. It was added to what we had at the Upstate Medical University. It's a transition from Weisgarten Hall. It's beautiful, it's modern. Even though a lot of our programs, classes take place online, we have the facilities that if needed, and for the courses that we facilitate face-to-face, the courses are in the state-of-the-art facility. I also wanted to introduce you to the faculty at the College of Nursing under the leadership of Dean Dr. Tammy Austin Ketch. We also have an Associate Dean, Dr. Karen Klingman, and 12 full-time faculty currently, and multiple adjunct professors that also are teaching for us. The programs of study that we offer is a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. This is an upper division transfer program, so everyone that attends the bachelor's program has already an associate's degree in nursing. They have their RN license or they're coming from a nursing diploma. So it's an RN to BS in nursing. Then we have under the Master's of Science in Nursing, the nurse practitioner with specializations in family psychiatric mental health, and pediatrics. We also offer postmaster's advanced certificates in the same 3 specializations and also a nurse educator certificate. In addition to those majors, we have a Doctor of Nursing Practice online program, which I will also talk about in my presentation. So what does the nurse practitioner do? They diagnose acute and chronic illnesses. They can work autonomously or under the supervision of a physician. They create treatment plans, they prescribe medications, they order labs, they order diagnostic tests, they direct patients for care and follow-up. They are also patient educators and do special referrals. So as you can see, this is a very important job that they carry and a lot of responsibilities. Therefore, we are looking for the best fit for Upstate, but also the best fit for the profession. So in admissions committee, when we receive the applications, we are also looking to see through the documentation of which students will be most successful in our program, which ones will enhance our classroom environment, and which ones will thrive and we will be proud to have as an alumni. So what about the job market, people may ask. So the nurse practitioners, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, expect a growth of about 19% by the end of 2020, which is above the national average. Also, the median salary for a nurse practitioner is currently $96,000. It's expected also to grow by the end of this year, above the national average. The demand for the primary care is huge. So 22% is expected by the end of 2020. So all of this good statistics are showing that nurse practitioners are in demand. This is a job that is needed, and a lot of people are applying for those nurse practitioner degrees. You have to realize that it may not seem like a good profession, but since nursing is very versatile, is nurse practitioner a good profession for you? You gotta answer yourself, are you a people person? Typically, to be a nurse, you have to be, but not everyone is exactly the same. Are you compassionate? Are you a good listener? Are you a good communicator? Do you like the sciences? So all of those questions, you have to answer yourself to see if this degree will be good for me, and will I be one of those nurse practitioners that will stand out. I wanted to show you a picture of what Upstate is like, the diversity that we have in the classroom, and the participation, in diversity and participation of people in the learning, and also in doing in collaboration and teamwork. We have an office which is called the Office of Interprofessional Education. This office is a separate, but it works in conjunction with the Upstate Medical University colleges. There are 4 colleges under the umbrella of the Upstate Medical University. So the College of Medicine, the College of Nursing, the College of Health Professions, and the College of Graduate Studies. So under that umbrella, the Office of Interprofessional Education works with all these 4 schools to promote development of teamwork, collaboration, and communication skills through different events. There is a whole calendar of events, and students are invited to participate. They can participate face-to-face, or they can participate virtually. So one day, if you become a student at Upstate, you will be able to experience the value of that interprofessional development. We'll ask, what are the requirements? How do I sign up for this program? So one of the requirements is for you to have a bachelor's degree in nursing. This is the foundation of the application. Do I have the necessary credentials to apply to this program? So bachelor's degree in nursing, minimum undergraduate nursing GPA to be considered for admission is 3.0. Higher GPA is needed to be competitive. Last year's class had average of 3.6. We also look into your cumulative GPA average. Again, 3.0 is to be considered, but we are looking for applicants with consistent, strong academic record. Prerequisite courses are only 2, and they do not have an expiration date. So if you took statistics 10 years ago, that course is still valid. We're looking also for a health assessment course. It has to be 300 level or higher. Both statistics and health assessment must be 3 credits each. So the preference will be given to students who have experience greater than a year in an area or specialty that they're applying to. This is particularly important for mental health program. We do not ask students to take the GRE. We do not ask for a score. So that's a plus. To apply to the program, you need to complete a SUNY Upstate application. The application has a fee of $65. You have to submit the application and the payment. It's kind of sequential. If you miss the link at the end of the application to pay the fee, you'll have to contact our office to send you that link so you can pay the fee and move with the application further. The application calls for 3 letters of recommendation. Who your letter writers is built in the application. You will tell us the names, their position, their title, and also their email address. We personally email those letter writers and tell them that so-and-so is interested in you recommending them for the program. Please submit this form. So the applicant is out of this conversation. The process goes automatic, but it's your responsibility to tell those people that they should receive this email. Typically, it's 24 hours after you apply. It's always good practice to ask first if they are willing to write your letter of recommendation, then notify them that you've submitted so they can keep an eye on their email. The email addresses that you should provide for these people should be professional, so no Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, etc. It has to be their work email address. And one of those letter writers should be your direct supervisor, current supervisor. Sometimes people use also an advanced practice nurse in addition to the supervisors. Other that are in BSN program currently at the time of application use a clinical instructor or any other faculty member who knows them well. And then we ask you to submit official transcripts from the institutions of higher education that you ever attended. Your current resume, I want to stress out the importance of sending a good resume in. Make sure you have addressed the committee, you specifically say in the objective which program you're applying to. You do not miss any jobs or education pieces with the dates. It should be easy to read. The form, all of those speak about your attention to detail and how much you care about your educational and work experience. We accept applications only for fall, and the deadline is April 1st. This is a completion deadline, so all of the documents must be in by April 1st. The current cost per semester for full-time is $5,655 or $471 per credit hour. We have the option for you to apply part-time and full-time, which are the 2- and 3-year options, and I will show you the programs of study in the following slide. Financial aid is available also only in the loan form. You must take at least 6 credits to be able to apply for a student loan. After you get accepted to the program, you will be asked to submit your unencumbered New York State RN license, your current CPR certification. Everyone has to take a criminal background check before classes start, and we ask for your immunization records. From the time your application is complete, that means all of the documents in, you get notified, says your application at this point is complete. From that time to the decision time, it's between 4 and 6 weeks. The admissions committee does not meet very often, sometimes every 4 or 5 weeks. So depending on when you've submitted the application, maybe between 4 and 6 weeks before you receive the decision. Just wanted to see for a second. My application froze up. All right, and here is the full-time program of study for the FNP program. You can see in the 2-year program, which we consider our full-time option, how each semester you have at least one face-to-face class. It's an evening, usually 4:30 to 7:50 at night. The rest of the classes are either completely online or a hybrid. We have outlined on each of the clinicals, which for the full-time students, first clinical starts in the spring semester of year 1. That's 150 hours. You have one summer course, and then you go into year 2, where you have clinical hours each semester. The requirement to complete the FNP is 50 credits, and you must take 36 credits with us. The rest of the credits can be transferred in, and we often get applicants who have started a graduate program in nursing in a different field, maybe education, maybe leadership, and then they decide to change to a nurse practitioner. They apply to ours, and they're able to transfer 2 electives and also possibly some other courses that they have taken. This is the 3-year plan. Each of the programs requires 2 graduate electives. You can take, those could be classes of any sort. If you want to take a business class, if you want to take a counseling class, if you want to take a nursing educator class, you can do anything you want. They're of your choice. They must be completed with a grade of B or better, and they can be taken at any accredited university. I will show you also briefly the mental health program. As you can see, the 2-year program, year 1 starts with 15 credits. That's a lot of coursework. So very much recommended that you do not work, especially in the fall semester, the first semester, because it's difficult. These are heavy courses to take. And the first year, probably it's not a good idea. And then you can transition into possibly working part-time. But the 3-year option, which is a lot better for the people with family and who also would like to keep part-time working or 3/4 time, that it's manageable. First year is completely online, then you have 2 summer courses, and then in year 2, you begin your clinicals, and year 3, you conclude that with your graduation project. This program is 53 credits, 3 credits more than the family, and the same residency requirement of 36 credits. Everything else can be transferred in. We offer postmaster's advanced certificate programs. Those are open to registered nurses with clinical master's degrees who wish to become certified in additional area. So we have that for family, for mental health, and nurse educator as well. The application requirements are exactly the same as for the master's degree. Our application, $65 fee, 3 letters of recommendation, 1 from your direct supervisor, official transcripts from all of the universities, your most current CV. We'll ask you to submit your RN license CPR certification. The deadline for fall is April 1st. Current cost is the same as the master's, $5,655 for full-time students. We rarely see full-time students, so here the cost per credit hour is important, $471. Financial aid may be available to eligible students. It all depends on the case of if you've taken students loans for your first master's degree. Now we are switching to the Doctor of Nursing Practice program. This is an online program. It's part-time MS to DNP. It's basically to build on your master's degrees, designed for the working professional. You take about 6 to 7 credits per semester. It's a SUNY tuition, very affordable. You're looking at $12,560 per semester or $1,047 per credit hour. The DNP admission requirements are different than the master's because the application is handled through Nursing CAS. You submit the application there, upload the official transcript, your CV, minimum GPA is 3.3 to be considered. We ask again for 3 letters of recommendation. At least one must be submitted of a doctorally prepared professional. So it could be an MD, could be a DNP. And then we ask for your RN license and P license from the state that you will be practicing in. And then part of the application is also an interview with 2 faculty members. We will schedule that with you after we meet, review and meet all of the other criteria that I just mentioned. The application deadline is November 1st for spring or June 1st for fall. Financial aid is available for the DNP students as well. I wanted to show you briefly the program of study. As you can see it's not a very heavy load. You're looking at 6 credit hours with 1 course each summer. So in 2.5 years, you will be done. Total number of credits is 40. And the clinical hours are 525, and they're basically you working on your project. Some exciting news from the College of Nursing. The College of Nursing was awarded $666,000 grant to prepare nurse practitioners to work with the opioid crisis. So the students at the College of Nursing will be eligible to apply for the program, which includes a stipend. $28,352 will be awarded to 5 doctoral students. And also $10,000 to the equivalent of 26 master's level students. So that will be wonderful for our students who will decide to work in that field to have that supplemental income. The program will incorporate a model of treating opiates and substance abuse disorder that include prevention, treatment, and recovery. And then another good news is that the College of Nursing applied and was awarded $2.7 million grant to support students who work in rural and underserved areas. In the case of this grant, Upstate University Hospital has connected with Connects Care at Oswego County, and that grant will support training for preceptors, instructors, and faculty working with the new FNP students. The grant's goal is also to establish a primary care clinic in the vicinity of Upstate downtown campus, which will also be for nurse practitioner-led clinic and will offer additional opportunity for student primary clinical hour placements locally. Also, scholarships will be available for the FNP students who are full-time. I wanted to give you the answers to some frequently asked questions because this presentation is virtual and you won't be able to ask, and maybe those are things that you are thinking about. Can I apply for the master's program while I am still a student in my BS program? The answer to this question is yes. You will apply in your last semester at the college you're attending. So if you're applying for fall 2021, for example, you'll apply in January or February of that year. I would not delay it more than February because the program has, each program has specific number of seats not many seats are in the program. We have small classroom sizes, and we really would like to spend that time with the students. So we keep the programs relatively small. And to be competitive, students who apply earlier always have advantage. Second question, how long does it take from the time I apply to get the decision? As I said, 4 to 6 weeks after your application is completed, the application is completed to get the decision. Next question, can I make changes to my application after I submit it? Unfortunately, you cannot make changes to the applications after it's submitted. You can start the application, work on it, save it, go back to it. Once you submit it and pay the fee, you cannot make any more changes. You can do updates. There is an option that you can upload updates, but not any specific changes to your essays or personal statements that are part of the application, or to change letter of reference. Those questions have to go through the admissions office. Next question, do you help your students with clinical placement? Yes, we have a coordinator for the clinical placements, and that person works with the students and plans for all of their clinical needs. Next question is, can I transfer graduate credits toward the master's at Upstate? As I mentioned in the presentation, yes, you can. Each of the programs calls for 2 graduate electives. So you can at least transfer those, but students can transfer up to 14 credits toward the program of study in addition to that. Can I change between family pediatrics or mental health specializations after I get accepted into a program? The answer to this question is no. If you are accepted in the FNP program, you have to finish that program and then reapply for a postmaster certificate in another specialization. So each applicant is being reviewed for a specific program of study, and decision is made based on their application for that specific track. Next question, can I change between part-time and full-time program after I get accepted? The answer to this question is up until May 1st, you can make that change. Let's say you get accepted in January for the part-time, and then later you find out something happens and you would like to be full-time. You can make that change before May 1st of the year that you'll be starting school. After that, any changes between part-time and full-time have to go through the dean's office. Next question, is criminal background check required even if I work at Upstate? The answer to this is yes. All new students need to get fresh criminal background check before classes start for them in their first year. Next question, I am an employee at Upstate. Who do I contact for tuition assistance? At Upstate Medical University, we have one person who is in charge of tuition assistance through the hospital. Her name is Nicole Harf, H-A-R-F, and she is through the Office of Nursing Recruitment. You can reach out to her. So I hope this presentation answered all of your questions, but in case I missed something, please email me at admiss@upstate.edu, which is ADMISS@upstate.edu. Thank you so much for joining the program, and I hope to see your application and meet you on campus as one of our students in the future.